All right, good morning. It is Money Monday, and there is all types of stuff going on in the market this morning. Oh, I missed OBLN. Shoot. Well, that's unfortunate. OBLN is going to run into a lot of resistance at $2, but I would have liked to got in at the break down here. But I missed it. Thinkorswim has been doing this weird wonky thing where I'll make my whole watch list, and then after I make it, it will reset it to the watch list of the day before, losing all the stuff I just put together. So that's why I missed OBL in here on this downtrend. I had to redo my watch list just now. I'm still trying to get it worked out here because there is a lot moving this morning. A lot of stocks moving. Kodak is in a big old triangle, getting a pretty big gap up here. We got ONCT running into this downtrend resistance on the daily. Got OBL in here, just breaking that downtrend resistance with room up to, let's see. Go ahead and remove this downtrend resistance. Do have some support. That 160 area. Might wait and see if that pulls back some. Let's see, G-Tech, nothing there at the moment. We do have some shippers that were getting some attention. I've been saying keep an eye on the shippers. Ship got a little attention Friday, not doing anything today, so I'm going to take it off the watch list for now. Riot and Mara are pushing up. Bitcoin is pushing up, so those may be possible plays. TBLT did get a quick little pop. Not doing too much now, though. It is like right above all indicators with room up to possibly $1.50. So I am keeping it on watch. Tops is another shipper. See, it ran Friday afternoon. Now it's not really doing much, so I'll take it off. And there's Mary. You can see the slow climb. STPK. In a downtrend at the moment. Actually, let me readjust this downtrend. Get a more accurate downtrend here. So yeah, a lot going on this morning. It's GAC. I'm not seeing much there. GHIV, nothing there. IPV, maybe. There had positive phase 3 results. But it's not doing much. Keep an eye on it. GIX looks like trash. CBAT. CBAT's actually, it's just the problem this morning. There's so many different stocks with potential. You see, that just broke its downtrend. That it's hard to figure out which one is going to be the mover. AQB. Possible something there. FRSX. It's not doing too much. CPE. Doing too much there either. Let's see. Bitcoin. Yeah, you see Bitcoin's consolidating sideways at the moment. Let's see. OBL in. Okay. Starting to come up here. Or a little bit off of the downtrend down at 160. Just trying to build support. What at 170? I'll start to pop now. You see that right there. little consolidation triangle. So that's the problem when there's so many stocks popping. It's hard to keep an eye on the ones that are. See, do we got an overall downtrend maybe? Yeah, there's an overall downtrend around that $2 area. I'll take that little triangle route there though. So Kodak coming back down on the bottom. Of this uptrend, could possibly be a play there. ONCT starting to crack this little line, so we'll take that off. Looks like ONCT may not do anything. OBLN is the lowest float stock with volume on it that I'm seeing. I keep missing it. We are above all indicators. The high year is at 214, so if it can get up there, test that area. It's just ran too much right now for me though. I missed the original rip. And then I missed just that little consolidation rip, so I kind of want to wait and see if it's going to pull back and consolidate again. Let's see, TBLT. Not doing too much at the moment. See, plug slowly climbing up. This started popping. No, this is interesting. Pretty low float. I'm going to put this on the watch list here. BVXV. If it breaks over 5, it's got... Let's see. If it breaks over 5, it's got room to run up to... I mean, it's got room to run if it does break over 5. A little downtrend there. Let's see, okay, Kodak is cracking this triangle, so I'm gonna take. Well, I'm not gonna take it off yet. I'm gonna wait, but I'm probably gonna take it off. ONCT, yeah, you're looking ugly. And OBLN coming up to this downtrend and testing right now. You can see that downtrend's right across there. It's right where it's hitting at. I'd like to see a pullback first before this does break, but yeah, you can see on the 5-minute, it's getting pushed right below that downtrend. See, what I say high of the year was 214. See, 175 would be pretty good support if it come down there. So we got resistance ahead at 214, 210. Quite a bit of resistance ahead at this point. And then pre-market high at 222. So a ton of resistance ahead. And this looks like it's going to push to 2 now. Trying to. There's some big sellers there, but they're slowly getting pecked at. It's probably going to break over 2 here in a second. The only problem is support. So there's some support at 180. So there's support 180, 175, 170. So we got a lot of support below us and a lot of resistance ahead of us. So this is going to be a tricky play probably. What's up, Daniel B? What's up, One Life? Oh, here it is, popping over 2. Getting pushed back down again. Now, if it does break that 214 and 222, it does have the world to run. I'll let that consolidate a few minutes, see what happens there. See, Kodak possibly may come back up. See, G-Tech, that's not doing anything. Launching an electric division unit. I'm going to keep it on the watch list just for now because that PR is decent. CBLT looks pretty trash. Dare looks pretty bad too, even though it's got that good PR. And you can see $2 holding up is pretty strong resistance. Getting pushed right back below it, so that's why I want to wait and see if there's a pullback. I'm not just going to jump in because it's running. STPK doesn't look like there's much there. This BXV, so still got a downtrend at the moment on that. So today is one of those days where you gotta wait it out. You got to wait it out because there's so much going on. So many different stocks moving. We are getting some consolidation here at 2. Man, there's just so much resistance ahead that's got to break though. See, getting pushed right back down again. It's trying to break 2. There it goes, starting to break 2. 205, some big resistance. See, getting pushed down there at 210. See, 2 starting to try to hold as support. $205 is acting as pretty strong resistance here. You got this little triangle and it's starting to break. It did just break 205. Damn, I just don't want to get in this high. Nine's all the way back down to 176. So you see 2 still trying to hold up as support. 2 cracking there. And this is why I did not want to get in over 2 because it is so high up. I want to see it pull back some. Let's give that some more time to consolidate. ONCT starting to come over a little bit. Could possibly look for an entry on this down here. A lot of buyers trying to hold up 196. Still struggling with that $2 area at the moment. So those buyers at 196 are starting to get taken out. So we may have a pullback on this. That's what I'm looking for, is a little bit more of a pullback. But you got this big upper shadow on the 5-minute. And it's got 20 seconds to close. If that candle closes over 2 though, may do it here in the last 6 seconds. No, it closed right under 2, so probably gonna be, maybe not. Maybe it's not gonna pull back. See 205 acting as resistance again. And they did take that out. And now, whew, now we're popping. And I'm just missing that first entry and then the second entry. It's just got me so hesitant to jump in here. So we are running into all this resistance, but we're close to, I mean, if we break through this 222, then there's not much resistance left. Kind of a tricky play. There you go, right up to 225, so new high of the year on this. I'm gonna move this downtrend. We don't need that anymore. Got 4 green candles in a row. That's another thing. Like, we haven't had a pullback yet. Not a real good pullback. So 225 looks like it's going to be that last resistance area, and it's starting to break down. This may start going crazy here. Having a pullback, a little bit of a pullback now. Oh, maybe not. It's starting to push some more here. This is a very low float stock, so it can really get moving if volume is coming in. You see increasing volume, and we're all the way up to 250. Man, that was a missed opportunity there in this consolidation. Testing 250. 250 gonna act as some resistance. It's just so far off of the 9 though. It's gonna pull back here soon. It's gonna have to, or maybe not. I can't touch it until I get some type of pattern close to support, and right now we're way above. Now that high year is at what, 220, so possibly could look for a pullback entry there. Let's see how Kodak looks. Yeah, Kodak's done. I'm not taking Kodak off. NCT not really doing anything. Most likely all eyes are going to be, see, G-Tech looking bad. Looks like all eyes are going to be on OBLN at the moment. Let's see, yeah, it's not doing anything. CBAT broke its downtrend, a little climb there on it. Nothing really yet on Dare, but if Dare slowly creeps back up to that 150 area, it could be something there. QPB getting a big move up. Oh, did you pull the trigger, Epic? Well, good job pulling the trigger, man. I just hesitated, so anybody who pulled the trigger on this, good job. I just hesitated 3 different times, and I'm missing out, so. FUBO has a day. Yeah, FUBO slowly climbing up too. Dare has no volume now, but if it starts getting back up towards that 145 area with some volume, I may look at that. Okay, so we got a double top here on OBLN, so definitely probably going to be a pullback. At the moment, we do have another consolidation triangle forming. But the 9 is all the way back down at 2. I like to see its consolidation break down and come back down around this 2205 area, but it looks like it's going to try to test. That was a third hit right there on the 1 minute candle. 250. The only problem with this consolidation is if you get it in this consolidation, you don't really have any support until all the way back down here. So if it turns around on you, you got to get out pretty quick because you don't want to hold all the way down the support. Let's see, what do we got? 2 minutes on this 5 minute candle. It's starting to look like it may break down out of this consolidation. It looks like what it's about to do. unless it pops back over 245 within the next minute and a half. It looks like it's starting to curl and may drop down out of this. Let's see, testing the bottom of that. Still trying to hold up, and look at here. It's just, oh no, still didn't get back over 245, but we're still in this consolidation. It's probably about to break out since it didn't drop there. It's getting real close. A lot of pressure in this triangle, though. See 4 different upper shadows on the 1 minute. Getting rejected at 255 every time. Big buyers in there at 235 trying to hold this up. See, they just got taken out. Okay, so now it's starting to pull back. Big buyers at 230 trying to hold it up. Buyers trying to push it back in this triangle. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be quite interesting. We're back. Let's see. You see on the 1 minute there, it pushed back above 240 and opened in the triangle. Even though it dropped down a little bit, it still looks like it's curling. I think there's got to be a pullback coming. But it just depends on the buyers if they give up or not. They keep pushing it right back up, which is a good sign, but see 228 is kind of, let's see, 230. There's some pretty decent support at 230. But I think it's going to pull back. This is definitely really looking like a curl. It looks like a curl, but it keeps holding up this bottom uptrend. So I don't know, maybe in... So we really got a whole resistance area between 250 and 255. Tiny EMA is at 207. I may go here just shortly, possibly. It's starting to look like this may break out. Ah, there it goes. Yep. And I hesitated again. I thought it was going to pull back because of this curl, but then right there it got held up. The buyers held it right up into the triangle. And now the buyers are pushing it up some more. Yeah, there's the pop. So hesitation is getting me this morning. This is, what is that, the 4th time I've hesitated on this? Or 3rd time I've hesitated. I missed the first one because of Thinkorswim reset my watch list, but hesitated on 3 different consolidation areas. It's unfortunate, but if you guys got in this and you guys are killing it, good job. As long as you guys are making money. Look at this rip. This is a nice rip. Yeah, no, I'm watching the time and sales and the volume bars. Just hesitating this morning. I keep waiting on why I'm hesitating is because it's so far off of the 9. I keep waiting for a little bit of a pullback, and it's just not getting it. It's just consolidating and popping, consolidating and popping. I just wanted a little bit more of a pullback, but not getting it. This might break. This is testing 3 now. It may break. Oh, yeah, there it goes. Just broke over 3. So, pretty nasty rip so far on OBLN. Was it up 175%? Yeah. Nasty, nasty rip. At this point, I can't touch it until it pulls back. It's got to pull back. I can't buy in at the top. I have 167, 170% run. It's not going to 20. One life, your price targets have been crazy lately. See, ONCT slowly creeping. Being a creepy boy here. Slowly creeping up to that downtrend resistance. See, Riot, Mara. See, STPK. Not doing too much. I'm going to take it off the watch list. IPV. Not really doing much either. CBAT still slowly climbing. Dare, nothing there. So I got a downtrend currently on OBLN on this 1 minute. The 9 EMA is all the way back down at what, 226, but there was some pretty good support at 230, and as tough as 250 was, 250 could start holding up as support. Their Q3 revenue is 43K on OBLN. You know, here's the thing. You know, I'm hesitating. I've missed this play a couple of different times. That's fine. You can't dwell on it. You got to move on. Look for another entry or find another stock to look for an entry on. But this will happen sometimes. You're not always going to be on point and nailing plays. But at this point, I've let the hesitation get the best of me. So at this point, I'm just going to stick to it. I'm going to hesitate until I see a play that is just an easy, simple play. Hope is not the key. Don't stop your trolling, Daniel B. You trolling already. Hope is the key. You know better than that. You know there's no hope in the stock market. This is a barren wasteland of scammers and self-proclaimed gurus and crazy people. There's no hope hidden here. This is like apocalyptic times in the stock market. And that's all the time. Not because it's 2020. The stock market is always in apocalyptic times. It's always like a war zone. There's no hope. ONCT is slowly creeping back up to this downtrend. There could be a possible play coming soon. The downtrend resistance at 460. And if it breaks 460, here's the thing. If it breaks that 460 area, where are we at here? So 444. Well, basically, if it breaks 460, it's got room up to 5. And then if it breaks 5, it's pretty much got the world to run there. So I may possibly look for a play on this here soon. So I mean, it's been consolidating for a while. Got decent volume, relatively low float. Keep an eye on it for sure. Definitely got some potential. OBLN pulling back. Yeah, the chart on ONCT. Yeah, it definitely has a better chart. And they just got updated phase 1-2 trials. Not really a big deal on news, but let's see, support. We got pretty good support at $4. See, there's some resistance in that 455 area too. So we got the downtrend resistance, and then we also got 455 resistance. If OBLN starts selling off, and volume may really start coming into this now. We'll see. It's starting to push up. See what it looks like at this 450 area. It's getting rejected right there below this resistance. 9 is at 427. It's starting to pop up some. See, 450 starts trying to hold support. I may go. Yeah, I'm going. This is starting to push. Let's see if it'll break out here. I'm at 456. I'm in a little high, but I hesitated earlier, so I'm gonna see if this is gonna break out. See if we push for this new high today at 469. Because once we get, if this resistance starts holding, then it could start moving up to 5. High days at 469. So let's see. Looks like we're gonna push. We're getting close to it. Yeah, here we go. We're gonna push for a new high a day right here. 470, a lot of sellers. Here we go, pushing on up. We should have room up to 5. 475. Some resistance here. Good bit of selling, but they're slowly getting pecked at. Yeah, they're getting pecked at. It's gonna take it out or not. There's a 20-cent run, though. I could lock that in right there as a 20-cent scalp, but I'm going to... Ooh, we just got rejected under the... Right back under that resistance. But we did just hit a new high today, so I'm going to hold this a little bit here. See if it can keep running. Buyers are trying to push it back up above those support areas. That's what we want to see. We don't want it coming back down too much. Yeah, so buyers trying to hold up 455. We want to see 455 at least hold up here. And we got a little downtrend on the 1 minute. We want to see break soon. Now, it could push back. We are getting a bit of an upper shadow. If this does not start pushing up here, then we may have a pullback. $455 starting to act as resistance again. It needs to break this 1 minute downtrend real soon. And we are having a bit of a pullback. How much time do we got on this? So we may have to consolidate a little bit longer. I don't know. This is a big upper shadow though. Kind of did the same thing earlier when it made a high a day. It pushed it straight back down and then it consolidated. So I'm going to see if we're going to kind of consolidate a little bit here one more time and test this resistance, because this is strong resistance. I mean, this downtrend resistance on the daily and all these candles right here, not one candle is closed above 455. So we need to see a candle, a 5 minute candle, close above 455 soon. They're still pulling back at the moment. For 438, 440 should be pretty strong support. Here we go, starting to push back over 450. There was no hope involved in this trade, DB. Don't you start. Don't you start with me. You're on the hope train this morning, huh? Needs to break this 1 minute downtrend real soon. And like I said, needs to get back over 455 and then start. You just see it close over 455. I'm testing the downtrend on the 1 minute now. Looks like buyers are trying to hold up 450 support. They're attempting to. Getting pushed down again here. So it's getting a little sketchy. If it doesn't break this downtrend on this 1 minute here soon. Then we may have a pullback down to the 9, maybe even the bottom of this trend line at 420. I really don't want to hold that far down. See, readjust this trend line on the 1 minute. Oh yeah, there it's starting to pull back. That's the concern with that upper shadow, so probably going to consolidate. As long as it holds up the 9 EMA, it's probably going to consolidate sideways for a little bit. Kind of like it did back here, but we need to see buying volume hold this above. Needs to make new higher lows. Needs to make new higher lows right here. This needs to be the new low. See, 440 is trying to hold up as some support. It's trying to testing the 9 right now, though. It's getting a little sketchy. We want this 9 to hold up. See, this is the problem when you buy at resistance like I did on this. When you buy at resistance and it doesn't break out, I mean, it did have a quick little break, but if it doesn't continue to break out, then you're kind of in this area of where you got to hold for a loss, and if it cracks, you might take even more of a loss. Sometimes buying at resistance is not great, but sometimes you got to get it before the breakout happens, and you might have to buy at resistance. See, we're just riding right along this downtrend. That's why we need to get out of this downtrend. See, 440 starting to act as some resistance. We really don't want 440. Okay, there we go. I was going to say we don't want 440 to hold up as resistance too long. I'm getting a quick pop up to 450. So we did break this downtrend on the 1 minute, so we can take that off. And we're getting close to the tippy of this triangle as well. If it can come back and get over 450. A little bit of selling at 450. You just see it break over. There it goes, broken over 450. So we're starting to come up and test this resistance again. Buy-in starting to slowly increase. We need to see it increase more. Need a little bit more buy-in volume into this resistance. Getting a little rejection there. Oh. So we're getting to make or break time. This is either going to have the breakout real soon over this downtrend resistance, or this triangle is going to crack. But either way, we're getting real close to the make or break point. $480, a little bit of resistance at 480. We're testing these areas now. Need to see buying volume start coming in, really start pushing this. See if it can push for a new high a day here. And we may start to get it. When will I appear on screen? I appear on screen all the time, DB. I just figured I would less likely, or it'd be better if my face was not on here during these live streams, so that way you guys could see my whole entire chart. Because you really don't need to see my face to trade, unless you guys just want to see my face. So we got this little downtrend here that this is gonna have to break over real soon. That was a 470. It looks boring. You'd rather see my ugly face? If you go to the other channel, I'm all over the other channel talking. You see my face all over the place there. Let's see. We're getting close to pushing here. Buying volume slowly starting to increase. I think we're going to get some sellers at 470, but let's see if they break down. Yeah, they're breaking down right now. There we go. See, we may push for a new high a day here now that we're over 470. Yeah, it looks like we're going to push for a new high a day. Maybe. Real close to pushing. Decent buying volume coming in. Still some selling at 470. Okay, they just got taken out pretty quick. Big buyer just came in at 468. Like to see him stay in there and hold this up. Yeah, and he is staying in here trying to hold this up. Testing this 470 area. Here we go. 475 acting as some resistance. You see a big buying volume push come right. Here we go. There we go. All the way up to 480. So new high day at 480. Let's see if we can climb to 5. That's probably going to be my target. Just 5, and then we'll see if it can break out of 5 or not. So it looks like we may have a little rejection here. Unless buyers keep coming in here. But so far, the first 2 times we hit a high a day, we got pushed right back down. So that's what I'm kind of looking to see here. If buying volume is going to keep pushing this up, or if we're going to push right back down again and have to consolidate to try to get to that 5. Really want to see 475 start to hold up as support. Did see buyers come in there just to try to push it, try to hold it above. Big sellers at 480. See, they're slowly getting pecked at. They're getting taken out right now, so we might be moving up to 5 here. Did just hit a new high day at 487. And we're getting pushed back down again. $475 trying to hold that support. Oh, that's cracking. $475 starting to act as resistance, so we are having a little sell-off after that push to 487. But this tough area, that 465 area, needs to hold up as support. 460, 465, that tough resistance area, now that we're above it, needs to hold as support. So we got the 9 all the way at 450 as well. This is a pretty straight downtrend right at the moment. This is probably not gonna continue. See, this has made big moves before, so it can get going. See at 465, trying to hold up. Buyers trying to hold it up right there. See if they come back in and push it back over real quick. There's a straight down downtrend just about. As long as this area holds, as long as it holds above 460. Big seller at 467. About 30,000 shares. And that's trying to hold it down there. This is why we need to close. I know I got a lot of lines on here. I'm going to go ahead and take that off for a second. Let's take that one off too for a second. But you can see that's why we have to close over 460, because if we don't stay above 460, we're back under this downtrend on the daily. And that's not where we want to be. We want to be above this downtrend. So 460 really needs to hold. So far trying to hold. We got 40 seconds for this 5-minute candle to close over that 460 area. We're testing this right now. Ten seconds here. Slowly starting to push back up. So it did close over 460. Now let's see if buy-in volume starts to come back in. Oh, nope. Cracking 460 there. Buy-in volume not coming in. $450 trying to hold a support right where the 9 EMA is at. So now we can see this downtrend pretty clear right here. As long as the 9 EMA holds up, I'm willing to hold this. If the 9 EMA starts looking weak, can't hold above 450, then I will be concerned. But we are still below that downtrend. We really need to get above that and start holding. $450. Okay, buyers came back in. I was about to say $450 cracked there for a second, but buyers came right back in. Decent sized buyer at $452. So buyers are slowly coming back in here now after this little run up to $487. Not really any resistance at 487. I don't see any. So it wasn't really a reason other than it making a new high a day, selling off there at 487. If it can get back up there, I see no reason why I can't get to 5, but we'll see. Needs to break over this 1 minute downtrend here soon. Yeah, and get back over 460. See 460, a little bit of selling there. Ooh. Rejected pretty hard there. are getting a little sketchy. See, where's the uptrend at on this? Uptrend is at 430. But we really don't want to drop him below the 9. Little resistance there, holding up at 450. It needs to break down soon. Okay, it just broke down. Got 30 seconds on this 5-minute candle. We absolutely want it to close above the 9, so that would be above 450. In 4 seconds. Looks like we're probably going to close over 450. Yeah, we closed right above the 9. Right above the 9. We need to see that hold up. Actually, on this 1 minute, the downtrend is right there. So we're still actually in a downtrend on the 1 minute. A lot of selling just went through there. There's a whole lot of selling. This looks like we might. I mean, this is getting real sketchy. If it drops below 445, see, there's a ton of buyers there at 445 trying to hold this up. We do not want it under that. So it did just push right back. So this 1 minute downtrend, it's almost broke. There was a streak of buyers there that came in and pushed this right back up to that 460. Let's see if we can get back over at 460. Then we'll be looking pretty decent if we can get back above that. See, we got rejected right there. Need to see increasing buying volume right here. It's stuck in this, it's stuck under this downtrend resistance. If it can get back over it. I mean, this is what, 1, 2, This will be like the third test. Really, this will be like the fourth test. So it is going to have to break that. See, we are building higher lows and higher highs. But it's going to have to break this downtrend resistance on the daily chart and hold above that. And then buyers could come in and push this up to 5. If only had, what, 2 candles close above it. And we're almost in the tip of this triangle as well. Getting real close to the tippy. How's OBLN doing? It's at 234. This is one of those long trade. Get out of here. Long hold trades. Ooh, starting to crack there. Yeah, coming back down to the bottom of the triangle. You can just see this downtrend straight. This downtrend on the 5 minute and the 1 minute pushing straight down to here. 435 is kind of the last. 435 is the last call of support. If this 435 area doesn't hold up and this cracks, then this is going to be it for this play. You can see it looks like it may crack. And we're getting a little buy-in in there, pushing up. Is anybody else's level 2 in time and sales seem like it's lagging a little bit? I may just be imagining things, but there's been a couple of little movements that made me feel like it was lagging. For all movement of the stock, it's still pointing upward, but So if we keep testing at 435, we need to stop testing at 435 and start pushing back up. If we keep testing this 435 here, this is going to crack. And it's getting real close. Getting real close. Looks like it's going to crack here. Yeah, starting to crack. I'm trying to give it a half a second to see if buyers are going to push it right back up or not. Got 30 seconds on this 5-minute candle to get back above that uptrend line. Not looking too good. Got my finger on the trigger. Actually, where was the bottom of that at? 426. So I think I may put a stop loss in. Right there, because if it drops below this candle here, then this is definitely done. If it drops below the bottom of this red candle, and it's looking like it may be done. You can see that uptrend holding up as some resistance. So I may be eating this loss. I'm gonna remove this 460 line. Whoops, what'd I do? Remove that 460 line for a moment. We know 460 is the major area. And realistically, I pretty much probably held this too long, holding it all the way through this, through 450 cracking, and then through the 9 cracking. I should have probably got out right there at the crack of the 9 and 450, but trying to give it a shot here. I just didn't think 487 was going to be that big a deal. Figured we could at least get the 5 on this, but it's looking like I figured wrong. Yeah, buying volume has like completely died out of this at this moment, which is not good. It's a little bit starting to come in, but you can see on this 1 minute, been a lot more selling candles, and then on the 5 minute, you see 4 red volume candles in a row, and then we're like barely have a little bit of buying volume on this volume candle. Yep, there it just cracked out there. So I ended up eating a loss on this, but I'm not gonna hold it any longer than that. Whoops. So it did get a quick pop. It did get a quick pop all the way up to 487, but it got me. I just did not expect it to get held up there. I thought we'd at least get the 5. Tricky. OBLN's not doing anything now. At the moment, just going sideways. Lots going sideways. Everything's going sideways. What's happening right now? Let's check the SPY. SPY curling over a little bit. Let's see what kind of news we got. If there's a reason why. New York Health Department to issue executive order to call all hospitals to increase bed capacity. Georgia's Secretary of State announces his office will recertify election results today in favor of Joe Biden. What? Hold on. UK could what now? UK could offer to pull clauses in internal market bill and taxation bill which would break international law. That's interesting. NSA warns of Russian hackers, urges patching of defense systems, says hackers are exploiting flaw in products made by VMware. U.S. issues fresh Hong Kong related sanctions. U.S. Treasury says there is strong support across G7 on need to regulate digital currencies. So if you are a crypto trader, or if you're one of the crypto bulls, that is very compelling news there. That they're saying they need to regulate digital currencies. And I don't know if that's a good thing or not, because usually government regulation depends on what they mean by regulate. If they mean regulate it by control it and keep it from being wide open, then that's usually not a good thing. If they mean regulate it as make it a normal type of currency, then that would be a good thing. So I don't know. That's very interesting. I definitely want to be keeping an eye on crypto the next couple of days. They didn't really say anything on it on the Bitcoin chart there. I'm just going around looking to see if there's anything else, but the market's kind of going sideways at the moment, so. KTX. Yeah, I'm not seeing too much else. So let's look at OBLN one more time. Not seeing much there though at the moment. Looks like that was pretty much the rip on it, and that was it. No NCT hasn't completely sold off yet under this downtrend, but probably is going to. Alright guys, well if you got any questions, suggestions, or ideas, go ahead and get those in. We'll give the stream probably 15 more minutes here. I'm going to go take a quick little breather break, so give me a couple of minutes and I'll be right back. And if you have any of that good stuff, we'll go over it. Now NCT may pop back up in this uptrend. May have got me on that one little dip. We'll see. Alright. Give me just a second, guys. I'll be right back. Alright. Yeah, OBLN went crazy, so good job finishing in the green. I hesitated so much on OBLN. There was three possible entries. There was another one, but I missed because of Thinkorswim reset my watch list. But these two right here, I hesitated on these two entries, didn't get in, missed all of that. In ONCT, I did have a chance to lock in some profit, but I really did not think 487 was going to be the last bit of that run. So I'm still kind of watching to see if it's going to get back above this uptrend. Get back above the 9. But you can see upper shadows on the 1 minute right there. Selling pressure, trying to keep it below. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, never mind. Never mind. It just pushed down pretty low, so it's probably shorters are gonna take us over now, most likely, and this is gonna probably crash. But that's all right. I'm glad to hear. A couple of people. Epic said he made some money on OBLN, so and you made some money. So everybody else seems to have been green today except for me. So, which is not surprising. That happens. That happens where everybody in the chat makes some money and then I don't. But I'm just glad you guys are doing good. That's all that matters. As long as all y'all are doing good, that's all that matters to me. Because I'll make this little loss back tomorrow. And I really did hold this. This is the lesson of the day, is stick to your support and resistance areas and don't. This loss is really higher than it should have been. I let this drop a little too much. As soon as that 450 area and the 9 right there started cracking, that's when I should have got out. And I even said back here at some point that I was going to get out if the 9 cracked that 450 area, and I just didn't. But that is the stock market. You never know. You never know. Sometimes some obscure, weird high a day at 487 can be the end of the run instead of something that makes more sense. That's the stock market for you. How's Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin still pretty much going sideways. Boy, a lot of sideways consolidation on Bitcoin. Pretty much consolidating since Sunday. Yeah, OBLN is definitely done. ONCT looks like it's done, but it still isn't. Still hasn't sold off yet. Riot and Mara both, you kind of got triangles on at the moment. And it's pretty much the same pattern. Mara's is a little bit uglier, but unless Bitcoin starts breaking up, I don't think those will break out. See, how's Dare doing? Dare had pretty decent PR, still doing nothing. See, G-Tech. Oh, G-Tech got a little pop. Actually, that's a pretty good pop. That's about almost a $3 pop right there on G-Tech. Kind of missed that one. I think I took it off my watch list because it wasn't doing anything. And I did. I took it off the watch list back here because it started getting very, very little volume. Then all of a sudden getting a pop there. Let's take a look, see if there's anything else. But I'm not making another trade because I don't have very much funds left from the couple of trades I took Friday and then taking that trade on ONCT. I'm pretty much out of funds until tomorrow. What's the SPY doing? 369.85 was the high. Already ready for tomorrow. I like it. I like the attitude. Some big buyers sitting here at 213 on it. OBLN. As it's slowly creeping up to this downtrend. Well, they just got taken out, so still nothing there really. It's got to get back above the 9 and the downtrend. So, alright guys, I'm going to call it a day. Appreciate everybody joining me as always. We will be back tomorrow. If you've not subscribed to the other channel, the SWMP, the Straight White Male Perspective News and Political Commentary channel, we will be doing another episode live tonight, talking about a lot of the craziness that is going on. So if you haven't subscribed yet, go over there and subscribe that. The link to that channel is in the community tab. And you guys have a great rest of your day. Until next time.